Now remember, we are like right at the end of the game and just going to die. Basically, we're going to die. That is so not worth it for a little bit of clip. Because we're gonna be dead. I can shoot you around corners. Wow, that's a pretty cool gun. You having fun, son? Asked Lord Apk in chat. I'm gonna have a lot of thoughts on this game when we are done with this game. Shogun ammunition. But my healing situation is critical, so I don't know if I even want Shogun ammunition. They are strangely positive thoughts. Yeah, I don't mean when I'm done with this exact game. I mean when I'm done with this sequence of games. Dang it, this door is shut tightly. Weedy little Tyler can't open it. Cool, thank you. Guess I should have brought the Shogun in here. The Shogun would be good with this combination. Yeah, don't actually shoot, just move around. Brilliant. Was this your suggestion, Joshua? I'm not that's not a that's not me saying that I think that it's not or that you're lying or something. I just never remember that. I do actually write it down. Like I take notes on the polls and who suggested what. But, you know, just because I write it down doesn't mean that I remember it. I am so screwed. What's my Beulah situation? Real bad. Real bad is what it is. Exactly, Spec that. I take notes and then I eat the notes. I sense something huge behind this door. I am going to go ahead and make a critical error. We're just going to quickly make a critical error. Sometimes you just have to make those critical errors. I want to save when I've got the fresh ammo and I'm ready to get myself killed. What do you think you'll play after these games? Asked Lord Apk in chat. You know what I didn't consider is that I could actually complete this game with time to spare, and I have no plans for that. Like today, I could complete this game with time to spare. Well, let me just start by making an immediate major error. I already played Warcraft 1 for the Game Boy Color, says Spaghetti. Lord Apk suggested Warcraft 1. So, there is a demo of Warcraft 1 that I remember playing as a Ute when Warcraft 1 was new, and people might play the demo for Warcraft 1. And it had, like, the demo style was like, there's a hopeless mission. And the hopeless mission, I would love to cheat that demo just to see what happens if you break it and do the hopeless mission. I've almost certainly mentioned that wish before. And deceased. Oh, not deceased quite yet. And deceased. Is there a place where you can make suggestions, or do you specifically ask them after certain games are done? Sonic, so when I don't maintain suggestions like over time, because I would rather that the suggestions are recent, just because that's a better chance that the person who suggested them actually wants to will actually be there to watch them. So when I am about to make a poll, I ask people for suggestions of what I should play for the poll, not before I am about to make a poll. Pardon me. If I can get this healing item, more health than herbs. The best time to try to use it is when you're totally fine. Yeah, that was a waste, dang it. I was afeared of wasting that, but not afeared enough to not do it. If I can do this in a way that I get the caterpillar, but I don't get anything else, then that's better for me. So if it just steps forward 1, that would make me very happy. The answer would be, oh yeah, thank you, Speculad. Yeah. So on Discord is the place to be if you want to suggest games. When I ask for game suggestions is quite specific, but not what you asked, is it? That was the best possible opening I could hope for. I couldn't possibly get a better opening than that. Look at how many shots I got off before it has been able to approach me or summon any doors. Its AI is broken! I will succeed as long as its AI is more broken than my brain is. The best video games are the ones where you win because the AI screwed up rather than because you actually did anything right. That's just what I want in a video game. Okay, so it finally charged me. Now I'm screwed, but it's not summoning Dorgs. And if it's not summoning Dorgs, then that's good, because Tyler hates Dorgs. Dorgs are dogs. So this still remains the best situation I have been in by some considerable margin. Okay. We're at 46. The Dorg at the left. It's a Tyler Eat Dog world, says Specklad in chat. Exactly, Lord App. I'm thinking, like, do I rush the door? No, because previous games have had just a little bit of post-boss content, and I don't want to get killed by the post-boss content out of my own stupidity. So I have to handle these Dorgs in a situation that, like, I have to get out of this alive, basically. And that doesn't necessarily mean attacking— oh wow, I'm an imbecile. That doesn't necessarily mean attacking the Dorgs, but it might. And it does mean saying Dorg instead of dog, even though that is not part of my usual, terrible word pronunciation. Okay. Pillars, says Lord Apkinchat. You're one report away, so you're close anyway, says Sonic. So I am 1.5 reports away. Oh, sorry, wait, the okay, this is for the 45-liter gun. I was thinking file, not report, because this is a weird video game series. I am 1.5 files away, 1.5 games away. Okay, he turned. Just rush the door. Turn the opposite direction, Dorg. Don't notice me, please. Okay, yes, he turned the opposite way. Woo! Exhibit room E. Okay. I knew there would still be stuff after the big boss, but I'm hoping I'm still okay. Dog, says Lord Avkinchat. I'll pronounce it however I wish. I generate more stupid pronunciations as I go. Yeah, no, I know, I understand what you meant, Sonic. You meant, these reports. I just went very stupid. There's so many, like, words in this game. I'm gonna see if I can get out the 45-liter gun. Get 45 liters of Boulets right in your face. I wish I had gotten out the 45-liter gun before walking through that door, but that's not what I did. To be fair, I kept calling those games cases, so I totally get it, Sonic. I mean, it's, you know, really, the words don't matter, and yet they do. Well, this has to be the end, because this is just a room with a dead body and a dirt portrait and a green portrait in it. By the time you're on your deathbed, you'll be mispronouncing every single word and nobody will understand you, Specklad in chat. The irony is that I'll be dying of something easily curable, but I'll be saying, like, oh, the canker, and they won't know what the hell I'm talking about. Tyler discovers the suspicious man on the ground. Did that soldier do this? Deepening mystery. The mystery can't deepen at the end of the game. The man who pulled the disappearing act in the vault has been shot. The soldiers are indiscriminately shooting anyone now. Does the FBI agent know? Dying of canker sores, how tragic. God, I get awful canker sores, Specklad. I can believe it. Best part of these games, you could recreate most of Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2 as an isometric game using these assets, which someone is doing for the Mega Drive. This is Joshua in chat. I mean, the actual, like, game mechanics aren't bad at all. And click back, game ends. Tyler was shocked to learn that he himself had also become a target of the mysterious Special Forces troops. Realizing that the source of all this madness was the research facility itself, Tyler heads once again for the blast site. Ooh, that's Resident Evil, Confidential Report 4. Mission complete. Score exactly, suspiciously exactly 6000. Congratulations. Now try the next chapter. Naomi McClain. FBI agent Naomi McClain knew it was only a matter of time before the military's special forces units would act. The alarm indicates that there may be survivors at the... Like, what a weird error. Spaces at the beginning of the line. Time to hear my Naomi voice, says Sonic in chat. The alarm sounded from the art museum next space door. Wait. Next door is 2 words. Oh, I've gone mad. Naomi heads over to investigate. Investigation. Beginning investigation. I have to see who set off the alarm. This is such an awful voice. There are so few people left here that it just might be my informant. Next door to what? The FBI aspect that? I don't know, just next door to something. My throat hurts for you, says Sonic in chat. There are voices that are worse for my throat. The thing about that voice is it's hard to stay in that groove. Like, it's not painful to be in the groove, but it's painful to, like, navigate and stay in the groove. That's what's difficult about that voice. A kniff, an antique bayonet. Okay, I assume that, yep, my Beulah situation is pretty bad. She also can get a 45-liter gun, so that's cool. The Dorg is a greater threat, but the Zumba is closer. Just thought I'd shoot my gun at nothing twice. You know what? I'm sticking with the gun. The Dorg is about to notice me. Is this Naomi's first time killing Dorgs? They grow up so fast, says Sonic in chat. This can't be no, this isn't her first time killing Dorgs, but she's certainly, like, Tyler has been obsessed with killing dogs, whereas Naomi has been obsessed with killing humans. And this is like the role reversal game where the dog killer gets to be a human killer and the human killer gets to be a dog killer. Recognize this, says Lord Apkin chat of something. They Freaky Friday'd each other's sociopathy. Trying each other's intros, how cute, says Speculated chat. It's a different way of saying they Freaky Friday'd each other's sociopathy. Hi. Just special ops hiding in the shitter. Not even any reason for me to kill this guy. There's nothing in here. Maybe they'll kiss in the last game, says Lord Apkin chat. I think that canonically, Tyler still doesn't even know Naomi's name. I don't know if Naomi knows Tyler's name. It's gonna have to be a fast romance. You can't open it from this side. I'm not gonna save again, because all I've done is kill somebody I didn't need to kill. But they just immediately throw you in the deep end, huh? Like, did you expect me to knife all these people? Okay, it's fine. Don't worry about the game freezing up for a second. 100% okay, no problems. The gap between the floor is so big. These are terrible toilet doors, says Sonic in chat. I mean, it's, privacy isn't important. Okay, I've left myself in a pretty bad situation here, but... You know what? I'll just let you come to me. Well, his brain is broken. Well, his brain is broken. I really do enjoy the music in this game. It's, like, as compared to the previous, Resident Evil Confidential Report chapters. I think they did a better job in this one. They didn't do, like, a terrible job in the previous ones, but, back to the Persona music as well, says Sonic in chat. I haven't played Persona, I don't get it. It looks as if the Special Forces have changed their mission to indiscriminate massacre. Cool! Massacre. The soldiers have arrived here, too. They're killing anyone who knows anything about the incident. No, that's not quite right. They appear to be killing all the survivors. Is Naomi a smocker? Sure. Resquiet in pace. Just thought I'd get a little dramatic knife killing in there. Not a single zombie killed, by the way. Good on you, Resident Evil, for breaking the norms, is Sonic in chat. In fact, yeah. So yeah, Naomi now only kills uninfected humans and dogs. That's it. No, wait, the very first enemy was a zombie. The very first enemy was a zombie. I forgot about him. There was one zombie. The door says, Exhibit Room C. It's locked. The token zombie, says Specklehead in chat. That's what makes you still feel good about what you're doing here. Oh no, more zombies. How boring. I also have no healing items. Well, I guess I have one healing items. There's a shiny thing on the floor. You haven't noticed me yet? You're staring at me. The true Resident Evil was the humans we killed along the way, says Lord Afghan chat. No, the true Resident Evil was the dogs we killed along the way. There's a key on the floor. The tag reads Art Museum E. Oh, this room has, this isn't really, I guess this is teal. Isn't there something in between these two? This is like cobalt blue. This is green. I think there is like a teal as well. I think those are the three art pieces they have. Radio said, no, Naomi, you are the evil. Great, thank you. Please don't respawn. Cool. Star Wars without the Star Wars? No idea what that means. Oh, that was not E, that was C. Okay. Well, got ourselves a liqueur, but also got ourselves a key. Great, cool, thank you. My healing situation is still not great. Yeesh. Magnum? I don't even have a Magnum! Art Museum C. Well, we now know how to get into C. They teleport, as Lord Apkin chat? Yeah, so do the, oh, wait, yeah, there aren't bats in this game. So do the bats in the previous video game, who are really just exactly the lickers but bats, because for some reason that game was a no zombies game. I don't know what the hell was up with 2. Yeah, I don't even have a Magnum. You used Art Museum Key C. Pats equals horror, says Sonic in chat. I mean, I was mocking it for, like, what? Did they just go generic horror? Or they just, like, looked up horror things? Pardon me, I think I've taken a wrong turn. Excuse me. Just, leave you to your own devices there. File 4 is gonna have a skeleton, scary stuff, says Sonic in chat. This seems fine. And werewolves. These Draclias, they play the flute. I am running low on bullets, which was the theme of the previous game. Like, they've done a good job of ramping up the difficulty. Not the previous game, the previous chapter in this game. I love how like, just unambiguously in this room, the special forces and the Zoombas are on the same side. Why? Can we have some sort of explanation for that? Like, even if they're killing all the survivors to try to prevent the thing from spreading or whatever, why are they just ignoring the Zoombas? That just seems bizarre. These are getting very tight on ammo and health, so fair play on the devs for making the game still playable but harder subtly, says Sonic in chat. Yeah, exactly. Which is, like, given that that's very much a theme of Resident Evil, that is, like, the sensible way for them to make these games get harder. But I do think they might have gone... I don't know. I'll have to see the rest of this in File 4 before I have a judgment on whether they went too far. But it's certainly, like... It really ramped up. Hi. Yeah, don't have any spare ammunition. Riffle? Every kind of ammo, no guns! They only kill survivors. Zombies are dead, so they're not survivors, says Speculate in chat. Yeah. Why the zombies are on their side is maybe the bigger question. Apparently I had Art Museum Key E. Tyler took all the guns, so only the ammo is left, says Speculate. That's right. He had too many guns and no ammo, and now she'll get all the ammo and none of the guns. Love stabbing dogs. I live to stab dogs. Actually, just before doing that, let's attempt to be alive. There is a gunulator in here. I feel like Kevlar probably isn't that effective against knives. Just throwing that out there. just a thought I had. That better be the riffle. Let me just pick up this riffle and then immediately shoot it at your face. South European light machine riffle. Still, situation, like ammunition situation, pretty damned dire. I'm better for the riffle that, well, I've got plenty of magnum ammunition and no magnum to shoot it with. I would really like to get the 45-liter gun. That was a good gun for Tyler. Grenade launcher, can't wait for that gun, says Sonic in chat. Once I'm clear of this dorg, I will, grenade. Wow, yeah, there are grenades in the, okay. So that was probably the only way to get the riffle. In which case, good job getting the riffle. And now that I have the riffle, I have a better chance of... Thanks for respawning, super cool of you. I might just ignore these jerks. Let me just save with a Zumba on me, it'll be fine. Goodbye. Dang it, why did you respawn, you bastards? Luckily, they have very bad situational awareness. I wish getting out the Kniff didn't take a turn. I mean, I don't actually wish that, but I wish that. Why don't you actually wish that, says Speculate in chat? But it would just be a bit lame. It would just be, you know, a bit of a, like, given the tactical nature of this game, it would be a bit lame if you could switch your weapons that easily. They need to add that kind of challenge somehow. There's another gunulator there. Let me just quickly make a critical error. Yeah, I am playing this entire chapter utterly stupidly. They just kick your face, says Lord Apkin chat. I need that gunulator. Boy, you go through ammunition with this gun pretty fast. Like, I feel like that's even faster than the previous rifles in previous games. I don't think you can control how many shots you fire in a round. There's the Magnum. We knew we'd be finding the Magnum. Man gum, says Speculate in chat. Hey now, only I coin my stupid ways of pronouncing things. Cool, turn away. That's tactical of you. Never saw it coming. But I'm not pronouncing things, I'm spelling them, says Speculate in chat. Touché. 9mm, finally. That was a lot of 9mm bullets, actually. I might switch back to the 9mm. They're all going to have respawned. Good tactics. Walk back and forth. Yes, I am impressed by your tactics. You have a Magman, says Lord Apkin chat. I have to preserve the ammunition. I did a really terrible job preserving the ammunition last time. So we know what's through here. I think this is the Magnum situation. I'm just gonna wait for them to come to me. Like, my coverage area is pretty good. So if they come to me, I'll probably be okay. Revolver straight to a dog's face. Just like Tyler. Always hide in a corner. That's in Sun Tzu's The Art of War. Okay, I seem to have broken the dog's AI. I was hoping to get... There it comes, okay. Sometimes the right tactical decision is moonwalking, Lord Afk. And when the right tactical decision is moonwalking, you're damned right I'm gonna moonwalk. Could you, like, turn? Thank you. He assumes the position and dies. Let's get out the standard gunnulator. I have no spare ammunition for the standard gunnulator. Oh wait, I don't know that. I attempted to reload when it was already full. Okay, I have very little spare ammunition for the standard gunnulator. There's a ladder leading up. Use it. God, why, game? Why? What do you expect from me, game? Like, honestly. Just have to be tactical, says Lord Apkin chat. Exactly. The best way to protect any space is just to stare at the door. Really thought my Boulets would be a little bit more effective, but whatever. Anything I can investigate in this room? Can I steal some art, please? I'm gonna need to sell it off to, I don't know, buy better lawyers, because I did kill a bunch of US service members. Sonic, if only I could answer the question of why the special forces are shooting at us. I think the short answer to that question is that this game is set in a universe where Trump is president, and so if he just says go kill everyone, then the military just goes and kills everyone. So, you know, it's this is a dark future. There's a dark future that this game is set in. There's a hidden thingy. The dog is a statue of a dog. It can't actually move. Resident Evil, exactly. There's a bobby pin. It could be useful. I feel like if you can pick a lock with a bobby pin, then you can pick a lock without a bobby pin. You use the bobby pin to unlock it. How convenient that it was right there. Realizing the... Oh, okay. My brain, I skipped the word the and was trying to understand how vile describes cop. Like he was a vile cop. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Ah, yes. Realizing the vial the cop had was from the facility, Naomi warns him. The cop. Met the cop again. Must be here because of the alarm. He met my informant and it has a vial. No doubt the soldiers are after him as well now. They spoke, says Sonic and Chad. They've had a conversation, a passing conversation in every game, but never enough to actually learn each other's name. They just always pass going opposite directions. That is their fate. The presence of Tyler in that room suggests that was the right direction, so I'm going to go this direction. The door is being pushed from the inside. It won't open. This door clearly swings this way. Can I just say, this door, you can tell by the door jamb, it swings this way. It opens into this hall. If it's being pushed from the other side, then that is keeping it open. I I'm being strategical. I'm trying to get behind them, because obviously the best way to sneak up on them is from behind them, but, you know, they keep moving around. Okay, those dogs are having a moment, but we'll just let them have a moment. Well, that dog's gonna notice me, 100%. Or not. Luckily, the dogs are very myopic. I feel like the fact that their motion isn't AI-based, but is just, like, random, essentially ruins all of the potential, strategery in this game. Because, like, I would like to sneak up behind them, but since their motion is entirely random, I can, like, make an attempt, but if they just happen to turn for no reason, then I'm screwed. And it's like, I guess that makes sense, but it's just a little bit unsatisfying. They hear you, says Lord Apkin chat. The exclamation point is them hearing me. So even though they don't hear me, they turn randomly sometimes. How dare this Java game utilize rudimentary AIs as Sonic in chat? I'm trying to decide if it would be better AI for them to just have, like, set paths, or worse. The Magnum has a lot of bang for your buck. Like, you don't need many Magnum Bullets to do pretty darn well. Okay, I needed that. Naomi set out after the woman in white that the cop had mentioned was on the run. I have vague memories of this person. Police testimony. This is where the person I suspected to be the informant ran to. Did they make it out? Are they hiding? Where could someone easily hide around here? We'll find her, and she'll already be dead. Woman in white dress? That's bad women. I think she was in more like a white, like a lab coat. Yeah, this is the one that Tyler said looked like a woman. Yes, it was only the second woman that Tyler had ever encountered, so give him a break. Hi. He hasn't noticed me yet. I'm knifing him in the chest. You just keep facing the wall. That's good strategery. Just keep facing the wall. Hee hee. Riffle. I needed that. How's my riffle situation looking? Decent, not great. You heard me, Lord Afk. The nice thing about the knife is that it can attack directly to your side, and I think the Shogun can also do that, but only the Kniff and the Shogun. Okay, how's my Gunulator looking? Okay, I've got plenty of Gunulator ammo now, so I'm just gonna switch to the regular Gunulator. I'm training my chat not to know how any words are pronounced. Believe it or not, I am sitting here staring at this scene trying to think tactically. I'm not just sitting around like an idiot. I have no idea why I've decided that backing up is just the smarter way to go. I'm still trying to make a lot of use of the knife, because I feel like, A, I didn't make much use of the knife in previous games, and B, it does actually, like, when your situation is that ammo is a major problem, you've got to learn to love the Kniff. Backing up is the best way to get into a corner, says Becklad. Exactly, and always corner yourself. That's in Sun Tzu, so... Funny that music just restarts after opening the inventory, says Van Weven. I'm disappointed that there's no music in the menu. That just seems like an odd sort of self-own on whatever company makes Resident Evil. What's that one? Capcom! On Capcom's fault. On Capcom's part. Gotta make sure the door is safe. I think that's actually from his son, Brian Sue, says Glad in chat. Might be a good time to use one of these first aid sprays. I just wish she was better at the knife. If she could knife a dog before it could, like, knife a dog to death before it could attack her, that would be good. Karitsu. You're treading dangerously close to humor in the haha foreign names are just implicitly funny because they're foreign kind of humor, so be a little bit careful. You know what? I got plenty of Gunulator ammo. I'm gonna Gunulate these ones. There's a puppet tuber I've been watching, Burning Urns, and he also mispronounces words, but that's because he's an idiot. Sorry, Burning Urns. It's actually, like, the reason, the major reason I'm watching him is I am damned impressed that he is managing to simultaneously play games with a one-handed controller and puppeteer with the other hand. It is like, that's gotta be so mentally taxing. A stone post must have been chipped when it was moved. There's a fragment missing. That didn't matter for, Tyler, and probably won't matter for you either. Nothing in any of the corners. Sometimes I just spin around, Lord Av, because sometimes I just spin. I don't know why. It's just in my nature. I think I've gone maybe a little bit too far in the try to use the Kniff direction. Hello. Like, that was a good Kniff use. You need to go further. Kniff only, says Lord Afghan chat. The riffle, I think, is probably the best for these jerks. I've got a reasonable amount of riffle ammo. Stop walking away! Accept your death. Hi. Do you think it's possible to beat this with only the Kniff, says Lord Apkin chat? Yes, but it would definitely be a case of RNG manipulation. I feel like if you really manipulated the randomness, you could do a lot with this game, and the randomness is probably very manipulatable. Well, actually, the randomness is probably Java math.random or whatever it is, so it's probably not manipulatable at all, actually. Hi. I almost wish you could... You know what? Okay, what I think would be a sort of reasonable compromise in terms of switching weapons more quickly would be if you could switch your weapon upon moving into a room, and that weapon switch didn't count as a turn. Like, only upon moving into a room, all other weapon switches count. Because when you're walking into a room, you have no access to tactics until you have seen the room, and so if you could, like, enter and choose the right weapon at the same time, that would be a conceit to tactics that would also just make the game more better. Gunulator. You can't open it from this side. Not because it's locked or anything, you're just very weak and stupid. Hi. I gotta stop searching for people in the toilets. It never works out. You can't open it from this side because you can't be bothered, says Speculad in chat. I would love if a game would just, you know, just tell you, like, you can't open it from this side because that's just not how the game works, sorry. Sonic says, wrong toilet, Naomi, can't you see the urinals? The problem is, see, the men's room or woman's room signs are on these doors, but because we can only see from this side of the universe, we see right through them, and so Naomi can't see them. God, is this even worth it for that health item? Ah, that health item and that ammo. Now it might actually be worth it. Depends on what kind of ammo, but it'll definitely be for the 45-liter gun or some other gun I don't even have. 9mm ammo? God, I just wasted so much riffle ammo getting some 9mm ammo and a first aid spray. I need that first aid spray. Living in a perpetual isometric existence, no thanks. It's not a good chat. 9mm ammo, says Speculated in chat. Yeah. What did you think it meant? Got the, dang it, I can't. They couldn't write the cubed, so this is actually millimeters cubed. This is 9mm ammo. This is 357. I can't think of it. What's the word I'm looking for? Mole. 357 mole ammo. US Mon, a military magnum. US Mon. This does not look like a military gun. Let me save so long as I'm passing through. You're alive! The woman turned out to be the informant M. She lost her husband, also an informant. Wait, there were 4 informants, and we were gonna have 1 informant per file, but if her husband, or did she just lose him in the sense of like, oh, I don't know, he's somewhere? Gotta shoot 'em all. US Mon, says Speclad in chat. That's the advertisement specifically to future school shooters in the US. You might think that it's immoral to advertise specifically to school shooters, but it is like a large and growing demographic in the US, and, the Republican Party wants to appeal to them, so there we are. Secure. I've located Informant M. Her husband apparently asked her to come hide the key here. So can I have the key? Did you give me the key? He was the guy who ran away from Tyler, says Lord Apkin chat. Oh, yeah, okay. She's been replaced with the key. M dropped a rock. How? Police, open up. She was supposed to leave the key here, not a rock fragment. I know where the rock fragment goes. Yeah, exactly, Speclad. It's clearly for the bust. Do I remember how to get to that bust? I think I had to go back through here. That rock looks interesting. Better pick that up. Sonic in chat. A fragment of rock? I've never seen one of those before. Damn it, you left wall following bastard. Exhibit room A. Cool. Stab you in the back. Thank you. Riffle bulays. Much needed. Thank you. We're just gonna sit here and wait while you face us. Oh, you've seen us. Not as myopic as most zombies in my experience. Good. Perfect. Great. I wanted this to happen. Well, we've got a stalemate now. It's bad AI versus bad human brain. Surprised you don't call them Zambles or something, says Sonic in chat. I started calling them Zoombas in the previous game, but I forgot. They're supposed to be Zoombas. Remind me every time I don't call them Zoombas. I mean, I got some riffle ammo, so that's something. Exactly, Speclad. Great. I love when the enemy is facing right at me. Dang it, I was really hoping to leave before he could shoot me. I'm just gonna hope that he's facing a different direction this time, yeah. That was just tactically unlucky that he was facing right at me. See, that's the thing, is like, the tactics are slightly ruined by the randomness. There's too much randomness. And it's not like a tactics game needs to have no randomness, but there's just too much randomness. Always back yourself into a corner. The most strategic place to be is backed into a corner. There's nothing even in this room. There's no reason to come in here. A game like this needs to figure out its tactical gameplay loop before adding chaos, says Sonic in chat, yeah. So, okay. What the... why? The thing with this game is that it... I mean, I'm gonna mention this later, is that, like, for me to really hate a game, it is not good enough for it to just do nothing right. It really has to do something particularly wrong. And the wacky tactics might be the thing that pushes me over the edge, because mostly these games have just been sort of, you know... Ooh, a new 9mm gunulator. Gun 5! Gun with a unique design! Could you show us the unique design? Could you tell us anything about it? But it's made by General Electric, so that's... you know General Electric makes good guns. Exactly, Speclad. A game cannot have my ire. It has to earn my ire. And before this game started... So, like, the previous games, the fact that the AI was terrible didn't matter very much because the game was just generally kind of easy, whereas this game has sort of nudged it just over that bar, and the more difficult you make this style, the more noticeable it is that sometimes you're just screwed up by randomness. It is easier to hate a game, Sonic, but I do still start at neutral, and I have to be nudged. And it's just that it's easier for me to be nudged in one direction than the other. The shape of the hatred graph is like this. This is neutral, so there's like a steep slope into hate, and a shallow slope into love. It only takes the slightest knock for me to go over that cliff into reviling the game, whereas it really takes quite a bit of energy to get me down this cliff and into loving the game. Is that an adequate explanation? But the point right here, the slope here is 0, so I am at an unstable equilibrium, and the game does have to do something to nudge me one way or the other. But if I get nudged this way, it's very difficult to make it back up that cliff, whereas if I get nudged this way, it's easy enough to sort of make it back up there. Yeah, exactly, Sonic. I was just, like, sitting... This game has done an incredible job of keeping me at that unstable equilibrium. I killed these dogs with kniffs before, and I'll do it again. Oh god, they both seen me. Well, now I die. Remember, Lord App, this is the file where the two protagonists, Freaky Friday, they're sociopathies. So she gets to kill dogs, and Tyler gets to kill humans. I don't remember the layout from here. I should, but I don't. Let me switch to my new gunulator. Oh, it does actually have... Wow! This, I think, is the first one where the design of the gun here isn't clearly just the, like, standard for that kind of... like, there's just been categories of guns. Wait, you can't kniff both dogs in one turn. Are you just stabbing? Asked Lord Afgachat. Apparently, the only gun that we found... The only weapon we found that can hit 2 enemies is the, Shogun shotgun. I think it was this way? It was this way. Hi. Is that a Luger? Asked Sonic in chat. Sure, why not? Looks like a ray gun, says Speclad. Sure, why not? I hope this Zumba doesn't mind me, solving a puzzle while they're just standing there. When you bring the fragment back to the bust, you find the gold What, I just find it? Was there any, like, action that caused that to be found? Did anything happen, or did I just sort of just magically find it? Okay. It was just sitting there on the plinth for the bust, but I wasn't paying any attention before. Now when I put the fragment back, I went, oh look, there's a key. It's not like I found a gold safe, I think. Ow. I like how you two-hand the kniff, says Lord Apkin chat. Yeah, you do. It's a bayonet. So, I don't know what that means. You were too distracted by the hole in the bust. You didn't notice the keys. Specglad, exactly. She's such a strong art appreciator that she just couldn't stop staring at that chip in the art.